Hey Java Nuts, it's coffee time. French press is arguably one of the best methods of brewing coffee. The first coffee press, which may or may not have been made in France, was simply a metal or cheesecloth screen fitted to the end of a rod that was pressed into a pot of boiling water. Interestingly enough, the modern-day French press was patented by Milanese designer Attilio Calimani in 1929. The British company Household Articles Limited and the Danish tableware and kitchenware company Bodum are likely responsible for the worldwide marketing and distribution of the French press in the modern world, and we thank them for it. To make your own perfect brew using French press, the first thing you need is to figure out how much coffee you want to brew. Measure out that water amount and start the water boiling process. I'm only going to make 1 cup. This is about a 6-ounce cup, and I want about 8 ounces worth of water. So I'm going to measure 1 cup of 6 ounces. And another about 2 ounces. Put the water on the boiler and turn it on. While the water is heating, we'll measure out our grounds at a ratio of about 15 grams of grounds, approximately 3 level tablespoons, per 8 ounces of water. So that's how much we need. When measuring out your bean amount, you want 1 heaping tablespoon for each level tablespoon of ground. In this case, I've already pre-measured 3 rounded tablespoons of this Don Pablo medium dark roast that I'm then going to use to grind. For French press, you need coarse ground, so using your manual grinder, start grinding. The reason you want a manual grinder or a burr grinder as opposed to a blade grinder is the consistency of the grind and the lack of production of friction, both of which produce a subpar brew. The friction will create heat during the grinding process, possibly enough to over-roast the beans or burn the volatile oils, effectively ruining your brew. In a French press, the grind consistency is extremely important, as the finer grounds will find their way through the filter and into your brew. So go ahead and start grinding. I do need 2 hands for this, so I'm going to put the camera down so I can grind. The basic idea is this. You put the beans in here and start turning this lever here this way while holding the base down. Once you have your grinds, carefully pull out the drawer, making sure not to spill any, and carefully dump them into your French press. When the water finishes boiling, immediately pour it into the French press and start your stirring. And as you can see, this rolling boil is perfect. Turn it off and immediately pour it in. Grab your tablespoon and stir for 10 seconds. Grab the filter with the top, cover it with the filter pushed all the way up. Now we wait for the extraction to complete. There are different beliefs on the required times ranging from 3 minutes all the way up to 10 minutes. I've actually tried them all, and my conclusion is to allow it to brew for no more than 5 minutes, but no less than 4 minutes. Set a timer because you only have about a minute leeway between a weak cup and a bitter cup. When the timer goes off, hold the top down with 1 hand as you slowly and deliberately press the plunger down with the other hand. When the filter cannot be pushed down any longer, pour your coffee into your favorite mug and enjoy it. If you have any brew left in your French press, you can leave it there with the plunger down for an additional 15 minutes before your brew will become stale. I suggest you brew exactly what you need, like I did here, or brew extra and pour it into a separate kettle or server to keep it a little longer. Make sure you allow the French press to cool down before cleaning it, or you may crack or bust your glass with the heat temperature changes between the hot and the cold water, but make sure you clean it. If If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might also enjoy it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. I have a lot of exciting videos planned, but I want to hear from you. So leave me a comment below and let me know what you want to see covered. Make sure you also leave a comment with your experiences on your French press. Let's see how it went. What kind of coffees did you use? Which brands did you use? How did it turn out? Make sure you tune in next week for another dose of Java Extract.